You're gonna do superhero landing. Wait for it.
Knocked out.
Superhero landing.
We've lost the track.
Yeah, that's really hard on your knees.
Yes, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, tankers of Blitz Universe to the channel. It's the T95E6 again, because yes, it kind of feels like yesterday that I reviewed this tank, and it's obviously not literally yesterday, but it was last year. But still, I checked my channel, December 6, 2019, that I reviewed this one, and that has an epic intro as well. So I'll leave a link in the top right corner of the screen that has a great intro that, according to dwarves, at least had some relevance to the content of the video. But yeah, I can't always pick the tanks for the intro and match it with the content in the video. This just doesn't work that way. But yeah, it had, and I'd recommend you watch that one because it's fun. This tank, on the other hand, is it fun? Is it fun? Well, it's available for gold. That's good. In the first time around it was available in crates, the second time around it was available in crates as well. And when I reviewed it in December it was gold, and now it's available for 70,500 gold. For which you will get the tank, you will get a garage slot, 9 equipment slots unlocked, the usual, the whole shebang you get in these big tier 10 collectible tanks. It's just, yeah, everything is there, including the avatar. This tank features a brutal design, decent mobility and an effective gun with good penetration and comfortable depression and elevation angles. The T95E6 is a versatile heavy tank that easily adjusts to any situation in battle. Obtain this tier 10 collector vehicle and pave the way to new victories. So, so much for the marketing text. And then, then something very funny comes. If you already have the T95E6, you will receive 6,900,000 credits as compensation for purchasing this bundle. Compensation for the camouflage is 300,000 credits. That should read, if you already have the T95E6, you're completely out of your mind for shelling out 70,500 gold again. Just, I mean, it's a good tank. It's a somewhat typical American heavy tank. It was supposed to replace the pattern, and it is a tank with a tumor on top. As you can see, it has a cupola on top, it has 10 degrees of gun depression, which is typically American. It has a good gun, it has good mobility, it looks like a squashed T125. It just plays like your average Joe American tank, and you should not camp in it. In fact, it can be very effective with the gun. It is not a real brawler in the way of bouncing a lot of shots because of that cupola right there on top. And yes, the frontal armor can bounce, and what the hell is that E75 doing? Really, if that guy is playing, if he thinks he's playing well, then I don't know. It must be some form of connection issue probably, but yeah, well, we don't really care. We can shoot him and hopefully then clear him. Let's start shooting this Jagdpanzer E100 as I8 camper from the Phoenix clan is doing here. And yes, the E75 is taken out. It is 3 versus 2. They might be able to win this one, but then the object 268 calls for help, and they are getting flanked by a red object 268, and that is not good, obviously. Should you go for this tank? Should you buy it? If you have 70,500 gold just lying around. It kind of depends, I think. It kind of depends on what you have in the garage already. If you have a Chieftain Mark 6, then yeah, there isn't much needed really. This is a bit of a lucky bounce. It's probably more due to I8 camper just rolling out quickly and then bouncing the shot, rather than it having really good frontal armor, because the 268 was obviously aiming for the cupola. We're going to see that later in the second game of this video, that the cupola is a very much big weak spot. It's a real big weak spot, and everybody can hit it, and all the tier 10 tank destroyers will have no problem penetrating it. But it is an American cupola, and that means that it's a bit tall. Same as the frontal armor. It's not, in nominal thickness, it's not that good. if you look at it in armor inspect, etc., and it is moving around, there are a lot of little nooks and crannies and angles that create little bounces. So yeah, in that regard, a good rounded armor profile. If you look at the gun, 400 alpha, 258 on AP, 2503 base DPM, which is just below the WZ111, which is slightly just above the WZ111, but slightly below the Chieftain Mark 6 and the Super Conqueror, and indeed a bit above the VK9001P as well. Why am I mentioning the Super Conqueror, Martin? Why am I doing that? Why am I doing that? Well, Wargaming have shown that on their social channels, and they have already said that the Super Conqueror will be coming to World of Tanks Blitz, as well as a collector's tank. And you can see this is an ace game by I Hate Camper, 4160 damage dealt. Nothing really fancy in terms of gameplay, but yeah, you do need to be somewhat sneaky and patient in tier 10 gameplay. And this is underscore. Lots of underscores. Add lots of underscores from the Nuts clan, and well, I'm not going to say underscore add underscore constantly. That's just I'm just going to call you Dave. And Dave is going to show us how to use the tank. He bought it with the Thunderbolt rare camouflage, which you do get in the bundle in the shop currently. And he's going to show us how to use the gun depression of the tank, because it is, as said, a frontline heavy tank as long as you can get it hull down. But you have to face front constantly. If you look at the tank, and I think it's more or less true for practically every American tank in the game with a fully rotatable turret from, I'd say, tier 7 and up. Keep the gun between your left and right hand side track wheel. Do not overextend. You will get penetrated right through the side armor by basically every tank gun that's facing you at the tiers you are fighting. Just face front, your armor is in the front. You are not a really good side scraper. At a pinch you might be able to side scrape, but if they hit you above the drive wheels, they will be able to penetrate. But if you can do stuff like this, and I'm not talking about the shot that Dave missed here, but it's just, look at what he's doing. He's got 10 degrees gunner pressure, and that means that he can just sit here and snap shots into the T62A like that. They've lost one tank, so he can't really push. All the reds are over here. If he goes forward and Dave gets tracked in front of them, that's going to be 1, 2, 3 guns shooting into him. The object 268 has not been spotted yet. And this is Campia, obviously. And if you are on Campia, then odds are that there's tank on the ridges. And object 268 has really good camouflage rating. And he might be in the top left corner as well. And that top left corner has got some very nasty shots, very nasty lines of sight right into this area. And this is a great shot. There we go. 350, 60 was it, I think. So that wasn't the really great shot that I thought was going to happen. It's going to be one here. Yeah, that's the one. Burn, baby, burn. Yes, Dave gets a fire on the E4. But as I said, this is what you have to do. He is staying hull down. And this IS-7 is getting shot on front plate. That shot bounces a bit unfortunate with the heat shell. But he is just pumping out the shots. And again he's going to bounce on the top plate of the WZ113 over here. But he's held down. And you can see he went back just a little bit further. The WZ fire, this IS-7 fired right over the top of his cupola. As long as you're not exposing anything more than that, you are able to shoot them. There we go. You can see it. You are able to shoot the reds, but they are not really able to shoot you back. And this shot goes onto the track, so it isn't any damage, but you get the point. You get the point. You have to get this tank hull down if you shell out 70,500 gold, which is quite a bit of money. And I've mentioned it in the earlier video, and I probably mentioned it in today's one as well. If you have a Chieftain Mark 6 in your garage, and well, there's far more people playing the Chieftain Mark 6 than there are people playing the T95E6, then it might not be a tank that you really want to get. It can do great stuff, and Dave's going to show us just that. But looking at the tank, it is, yeah, it has a good gun. It's not brilliant. It has a good gun. The mobility, it is Good. The best thing about it is the power to weight ratio, which allows you to pick up speed very quickly. So you hit 30 to 35 kilometers per hour easily, and even going backwards is fine, which is really good if you're sitting on a ridge like Dave was doing. Then you just poke over, you take a shot, and you pull back, and it's almost instantly. And he's telling his team now to hold position, because it is 3 versus 4, and he can clear the E75 hopefully. Yes, burn again, yes, clears the E75. There we go. And hold on, go, hold on, go, hold on, go, hold on. Thank you very much. Yes. Oh. Hello, I'm Object 268. I have a very big gun. I shoot you. Yeah, I shoot you for double damage. Yeah, but I can shoot you on the cupola as well. But that's with a heat shell, so that's biting into his average damage. And talking about shells, have you noticed what is happening here? Yeah, I have. Dave is running low on ammo. And you might start thinking, well, this replay, it started out like a very everyman replay, but now it's becoming very interesting. Yes, it's becoming interesting because he's got only 1 heat shell left. Yeah, he clears the Object 268, which is good because there's still a WZ-113 to clear. And take a look at the hit points that tank has got left. Dave's got 4 AP shells, he's got 1 heat shell and 8 HE. And he's going to shoot here and bounce. So that's 3 AP shells left. And he has to penetrate them all to be able to clear this. He said, oh, that one just snapshot in. I would have done that probably, but well, I'm only slightly noofy. He is out of heat actually. He's out of heat shells. He's out of heat shells. He only has 1 AP left. Can he clear the WZ now? Yes. Come on. On the gun. Yeah. Oh, he shot the gun. Load HE. He's gonna fire, yes, on the side, just above the track, do a little bit of splashing damage. Yeah, thank you very much, E100, for taking out the Bronze Warrior. And allowing Dave, who's actually named ___add ___ to get the top damage Hall of Fame 7,735 in the T95E6. So yes, a very expensive tank. A good one. As always, if you want to shell out that amount of money, be my guest. And this is the video for today, ladies and gentlemen, tankers of this universe. Catch you all on the next one. Cheers and happy tanking.